Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man here, Jordan14. Back, another episode of Sneaker Shop Talk. I'm in the car, so I figured I'd just go ahead and shoot the episode while I'm driving. Now, by the time this video goes up, the shoes will have been out for a couple of days. And by those shoes, I'm referring to the recent Foamposite ones that were released, the so-called Weatherman. And what got me to do this video was that I actually saw them in person the other day, and it was definitely an example of why you should see shoes in person, because I knew they were horrible in the pictures that I had seen online, but to see this shoe actually in my hand and to see how horrible it looked from outsole to the top of the upper, this shoe is totally disgusting all the way around. It'll pop up somewhere above me, for those who may not be familiar with it. But when I saw it, what came to mind is because as bad as that shoe was, at 8 o'clock that morning, it was people lined up outside of Foot Locker. And this wasn't a Saturday, this was a Friday. And it really got me to thinking that, as the sneaker community, as sneaker buyers, man, we gotta really, we have to, because we like to complain, some of us, let me not paint that broad stroke there. That there are some who do complain, and sometimes rightfully so, about what comes out and things of that nature. However, if you're still buying the stuff and yet you're complaining, you're kind of cutting yourself off at the knees. So, there is a lot of trash that comes out, which is why I haven't bought a lot of stuff lately, because it's real easy to sit back. But the point that needs to be made and needs to be said is that you have to really make the sneaker companies work harder than that to get your money. I made this post on Instagram. We had a good discussion, one that's still kind of ongoing, about this. And I'm not just picking on Nike. I'm talking about all companies. Across the board, a lot of trash is really being dropped, but it's still moving off the shelves. And what does that tell the sneaker companies? That, hey, full steam ahead. They see nothing wrong with it. But the fact that crap continues to get put out and that people buy it, well, what's going to happen is they're going to continue to do that, because what happens is there's no incentive to push the envelope, to raise the bar, to be innovative. If they know that they can put out the same tired crap and it gets ate up, they feel why change? I mean, I can't be mad at the sneaker companies. I would do the same thing. I'm gonna charge you more for shoddy materials, less of a shoe, less innovative design, and you still buy it. Well, heck, why do I need to dump all this money into R&D? I mean, that's what that says to me. So when I look at the sneaker landscape, and when I see stuff like that, I can't even get mad at the sneaker companies anymore. I have to point the finger at us, because we are just as culpable, if not more, than they are, because we're continuing to line their pockets, and they're the one getting over on us, basically. So, really, the thing about it is, until we get sick and tired of being sick and tired, things won't change. Things will continue to be on the path that they're on, which is one that's declining. So, as with all things, the best thing to do is to speak with your dollar. And until you decide to do that, nothing will ever change. Because ultimately, these are multi-million and billion-dollar companies But that's because of you and I and the other people buying sneakers. If we stop buying, and it doesn't even, I'm not talking about some pie in the sky across the board. If you just put 3, 4, 5, 6%, oh, they will notice. They will notice that alone is enough to get some attention and to start to move the needle back in the right direction. But as long as people keep lining up for Weatherman foam posits, then you know what? Things are going to continue to change, or continue to not to change. But I thank them, actually, because they're making it a lot easier for me to hang on to my money. It's allowing me to put it into other things. So kudos to you, sneaker companies, for reuniting me with my money. But what do you think, sneaker family, about things, the state of things right now? Am I just some old man? Am I harping on some ridiculous tangent, or am I on to something here? Let me know what you think in the comment section. So this is Air Jordan 14 signing off for another episode of Sneaker Shop Talk. And as always, wishing you all peace, love, and soul.